Hi ladybugs, how's everybody doing today? I'm doing okay. Having a little bit of a rough day, just feeling sick and all that. But I am so excited because I traded one of my Ashton Drake dolls that I had for a while for a box of clothes, and I'm so excited to show you guys. So this is gonna be a box opening video. So the first thing I got in this box was four brand new, I told her I needed 9 to 12 months for my toddlers. So I got four short sleeve onesies, brand new. They don't have tags on them, but you can tell they're new by looking at them. And then I got three long sleeve onesies for the 9 to 12 months. So that's cool, because you can never have too many white shirts. You know, white shirts just, they work for everything. And then I got this outfit. This is the hat. It's got little ears. Isn't that adorable? It's like a cream color. And here's the pants. I might sell some of these. I don't know. We'll see. And then I got this sweater to go with that outfit. So that's a cute outfit. I love the color, the cream color. It's so pretty. And it's the three pieces with the hat. And then here's another three-piece outfit that's also this creamy color. There's another hat. And then I got this one. And I actually have this in a 3 to 6 in pink, white, and blue. So I have quite a few of these outfits. I think they're Cat and Jack. No, they're Carter's. So here's the pants. And here's the little shirt with the bear on it. So like I said, I have this in 3 to 6 months, and I have pink. It's pink and white, and then there's a gray and white one, and then blue and white. So I love those outfits. And then I got this outfit, which is super cute. Even though the summer's almost over, I thought it was still cute. Look at that. It's got ruffles on the tushy. And then, like I said, you can never have too many white shirts, so she threw an extra shirt in there, and I love that. Everything looks and feels new. She might have used it a couple times, but you know, with our babies, they don't get anything dirty. So, everything looks and feels, all my stuff looks and feels new anyway. So, and then here's this. Isn't that cute? Pooh Bear. I love that. I think it's so cute. And these are all, I think they're all 9 to 12. There might be one 3 to 6 month, but most of them are 9 to 12 for my toddlers. And then there's this Pooh Bear one for the boys. So cute. Look at the little sleeve. It says Pooh on it, and it's got a beehive. Isn't that cute? So cute. There's nothing on the other sleeve, but super cute. And then I love this one. This one has a sweater, and it's like a bubble romper for a boy. Isn't that cute? And again, with this creamy neutral color. So very cute. Love that. And then I got this dress. I wasn't sure if I wanted this one, but I thought it would look cute with some leggings, so I got it. Because she showed me a bunch of clothes, and then I picked out what I wanted for like the price we agreed on for the Ashton Drake baby. I got that one. I think that's so cute with the little hearts on it. So she showed me a bunch of clothes, and then I just we agreed on a price, and then she decided how much she wanted to sell her clothes for, and then we just, yeah, we just agreed. And then I picked out what I wanted, and it was like going shopping, except online. That's Minnie, super cute. And there actually there is one 3 to 6 month, because there's two of these. There's a big sister and a little sister outfit. And then another white shirt. And then here's the 3 to 6. I think this is 3 to 6 months. Let me see. Yeah, 3 to 6 months. So I have a big sister, little sister outfit. I think that's so cute. That will look really cute with Kenya and Chalet, because I've taken pictures of those two before, and they look so cute together. Here's a little shirt with a cupcake on it that says "So Sweet" in cursive. I think that's so cute. And if you were to put this underneath like a jumper, it could just be a plain cream colored shirt. And then this little skirt, isn't that cute? I think it's got shorts underneath. No, it doesn't. Yeah, but it's still really cute. And then these shoes, because you guys know I'm addicted to baby shoes. Looks like these might have been used a little bit, but that's okay. Isn't that cute? They're so adorable. And then these shoes, because I just can't ever get enough baby shoes. And gold shoes especially. Hold on, let me hold them up. There we go. So cute. And then I got a bunch of hair bows that were brand new that she was getting rid of. And I didn't even have to include these in the price. She just threw them in. So here's 2 of these. They're blue and white. They're like bows with ribbons, curly ribbons hanging down. And I love those in their hair. They're so cute. So there's those. And then there's this set. One is a white, like a cream color with the spots. And the other one is like a burgundy. Oh, these are clips. I thought these were barrettes. They're clips, but they're still really cute. See, they're those little clips where you push them and, hold on, let me see how this works. Maybe they're not clips. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. Hold on, let me see what this is. Are these barrettes or what are they? Oh, they are clips. I just had them in the wrong way. Anyway, they're clips. They're the little, squish the thing and they open up. Little claw clips. And then these little ponytail holders, there's black, brown, and red with the little ribbons hanging down. Love those. And then there's these pink and white ones. Aren't those adorable? So cute. And then there's a second pair of those. And it was so nice of her to throw these in without including them in the price. Because I sent her with a box opening, so I think that's why she threw them in. But I love them. Look at those barrettes. These are barrettes with the strings hanging down. They're so cute. We're going to use some of these in the video today. Here's another set of clips, the polka dot and the burgundy. And then here's another thing of ponytail holders. And then there's these, pink, white, and black. So cute. These would be so cute with the black leotard that I have with the little pink ballet skirt. These little pink ones would be so pretty with that. And then I got these white ones. Isn't that so cool? I love doing trades for clothes. I don't trade a lot of my like authentic Reborns for clothes, but I had a Ashton Drake that was still in the box, and so I decided to trade that. I was actually selling it, but I had trouble selling it. So when she messaged me after I'd had it up for like 2 months, I was like, yes. And I love getting clothes. I probably will either I'll sell some of these or I'll sell some of my other clothes because I can't keep adding to my clothes without selling them. But it was such a cute haul that I had to share. So we're gonna dress some of the babies in some of the outfits. I want to use the big sister, little sister outfit. I think that would be so cute. And I think Chalet and Kenya would be perfect for that. So let me take these out of the box. These are this big sister, little sister outfits. So cute. And then of course I want to use these cream colored boys outfits. These are so adorable. I have, like I said, but the ones that I have, the pink, blue, and white, the sweater outfits, they're 3 to 6 months, so they're not for toddlers, but super cute. So let's dress Kenya first. I don't know if Kenya will fit into a 9 to 12 months. Are these 9 to 12 or are they just 12? These are 12 months. So I don't know if she's going to fit in that because she has straight legs, so she is kind of tall, but if not, I'll put another baby in it. But I love the idea of the big sister, little sister outfits. So cute. All right, here's Miss Kenya. And we will dress her first. And then we'll, if it fits her, we'll dress Chalet. And if not, I'll dress somebody else in it. And then we'll dress Chalet. Because I'm pretty sure Chalet will fit the 3 to 6 months. I need to bring my pickles upstairs because I miss them. Kaya and Kieran. All right, let's get this off Kenya. Kenya is my little potty trained girl. She has been in underwear for like 6 months now, and she's doing really well. So I don't know if she'll fit in the 12 months though, because she is kind of tall, but let's see. Look at this little shirt with the polka dots. Isn't that adorable? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. See, when you can't sell them, like, you know, even if you need to sell, which I do, I need to sell for some money, but sometimes when it's been posted for a long time and you just can't sell them, it's good to trade. I was only selling her for $100, so, you know, and she was like a long sold out Ashton Drake, so It wasn't like, you know, it was a bad deal or anything, but I think I got the better end of the deal just because I got so many cute clothes, but she got a good deal too. And I love these little overalls, but jumper, because it's not denim. So I don't know if you call them overalls. Do you call them overalls if it's not made out of denim? I don't know. I think this is more of a jumper than overalls though, but it's super cute. So let's put this on Kenya and see if it fits her with her long straight legs. I hope you guys really enjoyed that informational video that I put up. That was a repost. I actually had posted that when I first started my channel, but it only got like 12 views. So I really wanted to get that information out there. So that's why I posted it again. Because I think it's really valuable information for everybody, people in the community and people maybe not in the community who like have family. Oh, it looks like this is going to fit. That's so cool. For people who have family who maybe aren't supportive and need more information, that's what I originally created it for. I thought that like if people had family that maybe weren't as supportive as they could be because they didn't understand, that maybe that post, like instead of trying to explain it and kind of losing your words like we do when we get anxious sometimes, I thought they could just play the video for them and it would give them a lot of information. So that's why I originally made it, was to help people who have unsupportive family members. Look how cute she looks. Now we need to like share. Her hair is done really pretty because I just did it a couple days ago. So I don't think I need to redo her hair, but I do want to add the pink bows because I think, didn't I have 2 of those pink bows? I hope so. Because I would love to, well, doesn't matter because Chalet doesn't have any hair. I need to get Chalet rooted, but I just haven't done it yet. So you have to tell me what your favorite outfit is that I got. Yeah, because I love to hear what you guys think. So I was going to tell you guys a little story today because, oh, here's the pink bows. Because I wanted to share something with you that I think is truly helpful for people. And I know that a lot of us in the Reborn community suffer from like pain conditions. And a lot of you, I have learned, don't actually know what's wrong. And I wanted to discuss that today because I have so been there. And I know exactly what you're feeling. Look how cute she looks with the little bows. And it does fit. Look, goes all the way down. So cute. Hi, Kenya. So cute. So cute. All right, let's get your sister. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was because I was adopted, and when I was like 22, maybe, I went to the state to get, hang on, I'm going to grab Chalet while I'm talking. I went to the state to get my records so that I could find my biological family, right? Or at least learn more about them than I knew, because I didn't really know anything except the memories that I had, because remember, I was adopted at like 10, so, but I was in foster care since I was a baby, so I really didn't have a whole lot of memories of them, and the ones I had weren't very good. But I went to the state to unseal my records and get the information. And one of the things that I found out when I went to the state was that when I was adopted, very little paperwork was actually filled out. Like when your kids go into the system or you put them up for adoption, there's usually a whole lot of paperwork that you fill out that's like, family medical history and all that stuff, so the kid has that information. Well, what I found out is that none of that information was filled out on my forms. It literally had my mother's name and birthday, and then like, I guess she kept her phone number and her address current with the state every time she moved. And then for my father, so there was a little bit of that information, and I think my grandparents' names were on there, but nothing else. There was like no medical information filled out or anything. So there wasn't any information about her. There wasn't much information about her. And then for my father, it was just his name and birthday. There was no other information. There wasn't any information about relatives. There wasn't anything. So when I was young, I had a lot of medical issues. Like I had gastroparesis, and like my wisdom teeth didn't fit, which is common with Ehlers-Danlos. But because back then we didn't have places like Kaiser where you do everything in one like connected network. So I had to see like one doctor for my PCP and another doctor for my gastroenteritis stuff. and another doctor for my ear, nose, and throat, you know, and another for a dentist for my teeth. And so they weren't connected in like the same network. So it was really hard to like share information between the doctors back then. And so when I found my mother, I really didn't know what was wrong with me. I just knew something was wrong. And doctors over the years had made me feel crazy. Like I would come in with pain and swollen joints, and they started calling me like a frequent flyer and making it sound like I was like into drugs and stuff, you know? And that actually made me really depressed. Like I started to think I was crazy. I started to think that I was making it up in my own mind. I started to really doubt myself. And I think that was so bad, like honestly, because they didn't even like take the time to check every possibility. They just assumed that I was a drug seeker and that I was, you know, crazy. And they tried to tell me that it was like depression and that like I was making it up at times. And so like I actually got really depressed. Oh my gosh, look how cute she looks in this. It's still a little warm for these outfits, but they look so cute. Here, let me get the other one. Because I'm going to take pictures and post them on Facebook, but here's the girls together. Look at Chalet and Kenya. They look so cute. So anyway, the way the doctors treated me and spoke to me, I really started to believe that they were right. I started to believe that it was in my head and that I was just, you know, nuts, and that if I just, you know, got better mentally, the pain would go away. Well, it didn't matter what I did mentally, the pain just didn't go away. And I'm going to grab Harrison because I want to put that outfit on him. That is the cream colored outfit. And so I started to believe them, you know, I started to believe that maybe there was, oh, we'll dress him too. Actually, instead of Harrison, we'll do Rannon because he's a little bit bigger. So I think the 12 months would fit him better. I really started to believe them and believe that like I was insane, you know, that this is Ashton. He's the Cody Bear by Laura Tuzio Ross. Look at him. Look at that little man. So anyway, so I really started to believe that they were right and that, you know, I was just insane. But I couldn't stop the pain. And I kept thinking to myself, like, if this is all in my head, why can't I just will it away, you know? And then it made it harder to get any kind of pain medicine when I would get an injury. And, you know, because they had listed me as like a frequent flyer, and it just was a really bad situation. And I wasn't diagnosed until after I met my biological mother because she had it, but she had never filled out that paperwork. So when I met my biological mother, sorry, I was thinking about something. Oh, there it is. When I met her, I learned that she had Ehlers-Danlos, which is a genetic disease. And then I was able to get, I mean, it still took me a couple years to get answers, but at least I was able to tell the doctors what to test for. And then, you know, we had to get a referral to a geneticist. And then once we had the referral to the geneticist, we had to, you know, go see the geneticist. And then there was testing and all that stuff. So it took quite a while to get, to still get answers, but at least I had a jumping off point, which I hadn't had before. So what I wanted to tell you guys about this is that it doesn't matter what other people say, okay? Oh, these are girl socks. It doesn't matter what other people say. If you're in pain or you're uncomfortable, don't listen to people telling you it's not real or it's all in your head or that you're crazy. If you're truly, like if, you know, we know our bodies. If you're truly, I'm going to put these on him anyway, even though they're girl socks, because the little bows won't show. See, they're just little tiny bows. If you're truly in pain, don't let anybody talk you out of it and make you feel like you're crazy. It got to the point where I was like, I had actually tried several times to self-delete because I thought if I can't make this go away and it's in my head, I'm just going to live with this pain for the rest of my life. And that was very daunting to me. So, I want to tell you guys, it doesn't matter what other people think, okay? It doesn't matter if doctors believe you or not. You know if you're making it up. And if you're making it up, just stop, okay? You don't need to make up symptoms, if that's what you're doing. I'm not saying that's what you're doing, but I'm just saying if that's what you're doing and you know that in your heart of hearts, just be thankful that you get to make it up and that you don't have to live with it for real. So if you're making stuff up and trying to like get meds and stuff, just stop it, okay? That's just not a good idea. But if you do really feel pain, don't let anybody else tell you it's not real. You know, don't let anybody else tell you it's in your head or make you feel like you're a frequent flyer or you have like, you know, Munchausen or hypochondria. Don't let any doctors make you feel that way. If you have a doctor that's making you feel that way, get another doctor, get a different doctor. Just don't have anything to do with that doctor, because I know firsthand how devastating it can be to be in pain and not be believed, and for people to make you feel like you're just a crazy drug seeker. So please don't let people make you feel that way. If you are truly in pain, don't let anyone tell you you're not. You know, just live your truth, and I guarantee you eventually they will figure out what's wrong. Because the reality is that doctors like to act like they know everything, but doctors don't know everything. You know, they don't know everything, and they're not godly. They're just people. They put their pants on the same way we do, 1 foot at a time. So don't put so much stock in what doctors think or say, okay? Because a lot of doctors, when they don't know the answer, because they've got this God complex, not all doctors, but a lot of doctors, will make it your fault that they can't find out what's wrong. You know, all of a sudden it becomes, well, you're making it up, or there's nothing really there. When in reality, there are thousands of diseases that we know very little about. And there are thousands of diseases that doctors almost never think to test for. I thought I had my little brush in here, but I guess I don't. So my point is, don't ever let anybody make you feel like what you're experiencing is not real, because that's bull. Okay, that's like, I got to the point where I was so depressed, and I was truly thinking of like, and I actually had tried several times to end myself, because I just couldn't understand, like, if this is all in my head, then why can't I make it go away? You know, why can't I just wish it away if it's all in my head? So don't let anybody, not your parents, not your family, not doctors, don't let anyone tell you that what you feel is not real. Okay, yes, depression can cause pain, and yes, sometimes depression can be the root cause of body pain. But if you truly feel pain, don't, even if it's depression, don't let anyone stop until they guarantee that that's what it is. Okay? Because nobody should be treated that way. I've thought for years, and it's too late now, but I thought for years about suing my doctors in Connecticut, just because I had to live so long with them telling me, look how cute this is in this little cream outfit. Look how cute he is with his little chub legs. My little chubbers man. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, there's a good boy. Isn't he cute? He is so cute. Oh my gosh, I can't get over how cute he is in this outfit. Look at his little tushy. Anyway, so, you know, nobody should make you feel that way, like ever. Nobody should make you feel that way, okay? Nobody should make you feel like your truth isn't real, or that they don't, you know, a lot of doctors will make people feel like you're wasting my time, my precious time. You know what? They're not gods. They're just men, and they put their pants on just like we do, 1 foot at a time. So don't let anyone make you feel that way. If you have a doctor and you have like real pain and you don't know what's going on, and you can't figure it out, and your doctor can't figure it out, and he's putting it back on you because he doesn't know what's going on, don't let that happen. Get a different doctor, because it can lead you down a path, and I'm sure some of you have been there. It can lead you down a path of serious self-destruction, and then you end up, I mean, I didn't ever do illegal drugos, but I know a lot of people who have, and it can lead you down a massive path of self-destruction. So please don't let anyone tell you that what you're feeling isn't real, because then what happens is you get into the self-medicating, and that is dangerous. That is truly dangerous. So please don't do that. If you're in pain and you know you're in pain and you're not making it up, please don't. First of all, don't blame yourself, okay? There's nothing that, if it's real pain that you're feeling and you're not making it up, there is nothing you can do about it, okay? I mean, if you're really, really overweight, you can choose to lose weight, and that might help some of your pain. But if you have pain that's not attributed to weight, or not attributed to like arthritis, then you need to get to the bottom of it, and don't let any doctor talk down to you, because again, he is just a man. He is not anybody who should be talking down to anyone. You know what I mean? And those doctors, they talk down to people like, you're wasting my precious time and how dare you? And, you're just a crazy person. And don't let anyone make you feel that way. And certainly don't let them talk down to you. Okay. If you and your doctor cannot determine where the pain is coming from, then get a different doctor. Even if you like that doctor, do some research yourself. Ask him to test for different things. There's nothing wrong with going to a doctor and saying, hey, I read about this and the symptoms are similar. Could you test for it? I mean, the results might come back negative, but they might come back positive. So please don't ever get to the point where you're so down because the doctors are making you feel like you're a waste of their time and there's nothing wrong with you and you're making it all up in your head. But also listen to the doctor's advice. And if he says it could be depression, then deal with depression and maybe that will make the pain go away. And then if it doesn't, you can then stand in his face and say, look, I listened to you. I did deal with my depression and I feel better, but the pain is still there. And so sometimes you have to do what's recommended to you in order to get to the next step. You know what I mean? So that's just my advice for the day, because I know that there were times in my life when I was so depressed and I felt so worthless because I kept going to these doctors saying, I'm in so much pain, I can't stand it. And I kept passing out from my dysautonomia. And they just kept making it sound like I was making it up. And they made me feel crazy. And I just was beyond words frustrated. So just please don't get to that point, okay? Reach out if you need to talk about pain or whatever. I'm here. You can message me and I will definitely give you my Facebook so we can chat, or we can chat in the comments, whichever you prefer. But I am here for you. Please, if you're in pain, don't listen to people telling you it's all in your head. Oh my gosh, look at this level of cuteness. Look at this, he is so cute. So please don't do that, okay? Don't do that to yourself. And you know what? Again, doctors are just men. Don't let them talk down to you, okay? They're not any better than you are. They went to school, but they don't know everything. And some of the things, like with Ehlers-Danlos, my doctor had not seen Ehlers-Danlos since medical school. He had not had a patient with Ehlers-Danlos in the 20 years he practiced medicine before I went to him. So please, please, please. I mean, obviously you can't test for everything. Thankfully for Ehlers-Danlos, there is a genetic test, so it shows the marker. But please don't give up and don't think about hurting yourself, okay? Because eventually the answer will come out, And you may have to take some of the steps yourself, You may have to take some of the steps yourself to get to an answer, but I have no doubt that you can do that, okay? So please, this is just a PSA. Please just don't ever think that you're not worth the doctor's time, because you are just as valuable as anybody else, and your pain and your feelings are just as valid. So please, that's just my advice for the day. I hate to see people going through what I went through. I hate to see people feeling like I did, because I felt so completely worthless. It was ridiculous how worthless I felt. And then when I was finally diagnosed, I really did think about suing, but I really just kind of wanted to get on with my life and treat my illness so that I could move forward. I didn't want to spend years in court. Oh my gosh, you guys just have to see this. This is so freaking cute. You don't even know how cute this is. I mean, I'm sure you do because I just showed you, but oh my God, he looks adorable in this. Look at this. Look at that. He looks so cute. I love that outfit. I love the cream colored. And there's Ashton. Isn't he adorable? So yeah, so definitely keep working, keep pushing. Don't let the doctors put you down, because again, they're just men. They're not gods. They're not, anything more than you are. They are just people. They fart like us, they eat like us, they sleep like us, they're vulnerable at times. They're just doctors. They're not gods. So please, first of all, don't put all your expectations in a doctor, because so many doctors don't know what's going on with certain people. They haven't seen a certain illness or several illnesses since medical school, so they don't even remember them. But you are valid, your feelings are valid, your pain is valid, and your truth is valid. So keep pushing. Don't give up. Don't just be like, okay, you know what? The doctor said there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just going to go home and be in pain. Don't do that, okay? Because your life is worth more than that, all right? Please. Coming from personal experience, from someone who gave up for a lot of years, you can find the answer. If you are diligent and your doctor's diligent, you will find the answer. And then they'll be able to treat it and your pain will get better. So even if it doesn't get better, at least you'll know what's wrong. So that's just my advice. I don't know if you guys see that right there. That is the Lego Boutique Hotel. I love building the creator expert sets. I think they're so awesome. I want to get another one, but have to get money first. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I feel like it's really empowering to take on your own healthcare. And if you have to start doing research, then do the research. Because like I said, they could have them test you for 100 different diseases. And if they have to, they have to, because that's the only way you're going to find the answer. Do you know what I mean? So if you need help, I'm here. If you want to log off before the prayer, go right ahead. I won't take offense to it. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's been beautiful here today. It's like not too hot. There's a breeze in the air. It's nice and it's just perfect. I just love it right now. But let's get into the prayer, okay? Lord, I come to you humbly and I ask you to touch the hearts of all the people watching this. I ask, Lord, if they're suffering, to please give their doctors wisdom and ideas and creativity to find out what's wrong with them and to treat it. And if they already know what's wrong with them, please help the doctors treat whatever's wrong with them and to make the symptoms less. Lord, sometimes we feel so alone and so betrayed and abandoned and just everything. It's so hard when you don't know what's wrong with you. And then when you finally find out, sometimes even then things don't get better, but at least you have the wisdom and the knowledge to know. You knew all of us when we were still, before we were even conceived, you knew us and you knew every challenge we were going to face. So please give the doctors the knowledge and the patience to find the answers and help people that are in pain or that are suffering. And, you know, show them your glory and your grace, Lord, because we all know that you have an abundance, never-ending glory and grace. And as humans, we need that from you. We need that glory and that grace, and we need you to make the people in our lives wiser, more gentle, more kind, more patient, so that they can help us to become the people that you want us to be, so that we can walk the path that you choose for us, not the path of our own choosing. But sometimes, Lord, you get so bogged down in pain and misery that you just can't see your way forward. And that's where you need to come in, Lord. You need to light a spotlight on their feet and show them the path that you want them to take, show them the path to answer, show them the path to relief, and be with them every step of the way. I pray all of this through your Son, Jesus Christ, through Christ our Lord. Amen. I hope you all have a great evening. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.